Hi, this is Eric and Michelle's podcast number 4 for Mrs. Weber's Chemistry, and we're going to do an episode on Chapter 11 on the electromagnetic spectrum. Alright, so the electromagnetic spectrum from left to right goes gamma ray, X-ray, ultraviolet, visible light, infrared, microwaves, and radio waves. And visible light is in between ultraviolet and infrared. And visible light has this spectrum that goes from left to right: violet, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. Which is easy to remember because Eric Drews just told me that ultraviolet light begins with the violet, and then it goes visible light, and infrared ends with the red. Which is a neat little trick that I did not know. And along this spectrum, there are things called wavelength, and that's the distance between the peaks of the waves. And it can be represented by the sign lambda, which is kind of like a funny upside down Y. And on the electromagnetic spectrum, wavelength increases when you go from left to right. So it's greatest at radio waves. And then there's also something called frequency, which is the number of times waves pass a certain point per unit time, and it decreases from left to right. So when it's at radio waves, it's at the least. And that's a little quick session on the electromagnetic spectrum.